Hey there. It's been a while, quite a long time actually, since I've done any more recent current videos. I shared one from when I was going to the res to visit Phoenix before I brought him home. But yeah, I just thought I'd show my progress with him. As some of you know that have been following my videos, I did come off him, break my ribs, got a concussion, so now I use a vest. And I always used a helmet, but even with the helmet, I did get a concussion. So, um, yeah, I'm just being careful. In the past, I trained horses, um, and not wild horses. I was breeding and training, and my ex-husband would ride our dominant, confident horse that the young horses lived with, and so that made it really easy to train them. He didn't even have to be that great of a rider. It was just having that horse with the young horse that gave them confidence. So I don't have that situation here. I'm on my own doing it. I'm much older now. I'm turning 60. And this is a wild horse. So there's a lot of factors. And he's not young. Um, it is easier when they're like 3 or 4 year olds. He's 7. He'll be turning 8. So definitely not a young horse, but a very kind horse. When I came off him, it wasn't because he was trying to get me off. He just spooked and got scared and crow hopped. And because I'm not using a bit or a saddle, I just use a pad. There was no way for me to stay on. He's very small, he's a pony size. I'm quite short, so the ground is pretty close, but it is very, very hard here in the summer. It's very dry here, and I've never actually had an injury coming off a horse like that. I was quite surprised because he is so small. Um, Anyways, so what I'm doing is just tons and tons of just getting him used to things, really, really slow. Because when I came off him, he didn't run away. He came right to me, which was great because I was able to take the tack off. Um, I would never have been able to catch him because of my injury. And he was still too wild for strangers or anyone else to approach. So I'm the only one that could have taken the tack off, and he immediately came to me. So he wasn't trying to get rid of me at all. He just got scared. Um, and I still feel that with him, that he's not trying to get rid of me. He's trying really, really hard to cooperate. But some things do still make him feel anxious. After I came off, it really scared him, and it's actually been more difficult now because he's a bit more nervous since that happened. So I'm doing things where he gets the feeling of me, like I'm not fully on him. I want to be able to get off really easily and really fast. So I'll put my leg on him. I'll put weight on him. I do a lot of touching it and rubbing it because um, like just the feel and the sound of this is weird for him. This sounds different. I touch here and the girth. Like for a wild horse, all of that stuff matters. Even touching his butt, he used to really scoot his butt and kind of take off. So I touch his butt a lot now, and he's getting better at standing and not being afraid of that. So there's a lot of extra things I have to do with him because he's a wild horse. A lot to get him used to because he's just never been handled. Like when I got him, he had absolutely zero handling. So I've done everything, and I don't know anything about training a wild horse. So it's just a process of going slow and watching his reaction and keeping it calm, and not getting him into a fight or flight situation, so that we both feel safe. Because he wants to feel safe too. So whatever I can do to help him feel safe is a good thing, because then I will also be safe. If he's just relaxed and snoozing while I do things, then everything's fine. There's no problem. So simple things that I'm noticing is that, I'll just back him up a bit. So what I do is I get up here and I do different things, and I watch his response. And so a simple thing that, I never even thought about, but I noticed he had a funny response, is when I grab the mane to get on, he gets a bit tense, because wild stallions fight that way. They grab each other here when they're fighting. So he doesn't know what the heck I'm doing when I do that. So a simple thing like that, I have to work on getting him used to, and realizing this is not a dangerous or fighting situation. So I have spent time doing this, pulling myself up. Even if I don't need to, I practice it, because it's something he needs to get used to. And then, getting him used to the sound and the feel. Like I noticed when I push down, it makes a kind of creaky sound. And so if I swing my leg over and put my butt on there, there's this creaking sound. And right now he's totally relaxed. But 5 minutes ago, he was really tense about that. So I've worked on it enough that he's relaxing. And then there was a weird creaking sound on the side. So I just kind of worked on that till he got comfortable. And then I'll do things like intentionally I'll feel off balance, because the day when he reacted, me being off balance scared him. And I've noticed that even with domesticated horses, if they feel you sliding to one side, they'll react even bigger. They'll spook or bolt or buck even more when they feel you off balance. So I purposely work on things that feel off balance. So I'll be in this position, so it's safe for me, I can get off quick, and then I push and I pull, and he has to adjust his balance. And then, good boy. See, he's pretty relaxed. And then I do things like putting my leg over. See, he's a bit tense about that, because my foot is kind of sliding over his butt. I could, put my leg on without doing that, but I don't want that to be a problem, so it's something I have to practice. Like, I want to be able to touch him anywhere and be a bit sloppy and not worry that he's gonna lose it because I'm dragging my foot over his butt. So now he's starting to relax. So I just keep doing it until he relaxes. And then I can put my leg over. And again, I kind of push him off balance. And it's still easy for me to get off if he was to react. See how he reacts when I put my leg over. So that needs a lot of practice, so that it's no big deal. And then I just push him off balance. And he's starting to get it and feel safe. And then even when I get down, I grab the mane, I use it on purpose. That's just